Hello, my name is Chris Valkoinen. I'm Curator of Railways and Communications at the National Railway Museum. We're here today in the Great Hall and we've come to play Wallis's Locomotive game of Railroad Adventures. And today I'm joined by Geoff Marshall.
Hello, Chris.
Hello.
What on earth is this?
So this is a board game, we think it's from around 1842 and we think it is the world's first railway-themed board game.
So it's Wallis's Locomotive game.
Yes.
Who was Wallis? What was his first name? What did he do?
It was Edward Wallis. We don't know a huge amount about him, but he did produce lots of board games, and this isn't even his only railway-themed board game. In 1842, when we think this is made, most people would not have ever travelled by train. Potentially, the purpose of this is actually to teach people some of the basics about travelling by train. Okay. So your train journey is going to be affected by the weather. You need to make sure you wake up early enough in the morning to go and catch your train, because if you're a wealthy individual who's used to having your own coachman that brings the coach around whenever you ask, you might not be used to the idea of having to turn up at the station and go when you're told, and that your train will go without you. But that's not necessarily the case. This actually might have just been satirical. A lot of these spaces, they're quite silly. There's an element of whimsy to it.
I can already see there's an accident in this one. There are people being thrown from carriages, which doesn't look good.
It certainly gets quite interesting.
Okay.
So I guess we'll jump straight into teaching the rules.
Okay. I have no idea what's going on.
So this game is a lot like Snakes and Ladders in the way that it plays. Okay. Unlike Snakes and Ladders, we're going to have a pool of tokens as well. So would you like to pick a colour, red or blue?
Blue is my. I'm wearing blue, so blue is my colour. Now, is it okay to say that I recognise you've taken these tokens from another board game?
Yes.
Ticket to Ride.
Yes, yeah.
a modern railway game.
Yeah, when this game was sold, it didn't come with its own tokens. It explicitly instructs you in the rules to bring your own tokens. It could be pieces of bone or...
Pieces of bone?
Yeah, piece of bone or some variety of token.
You'd cook a chicken or turkey for Sunday dinner and then save the bits of bone to play on a game.
I think it was common to have little tokens made out of bone.
Oh, I see, all right.
So yeah, we need to pull out of here 25, and we also need
25?
25, okay. So add them up.
I have 25 trains.
Brilliant. Also, we need to create a general pool of a mix of our tokens, so if you want to add 6 of those to that as well.
This is exciting. Be my general 6.
And we're just going to keep those off to the side. We also need a token on the board. The game comes with a little sheet of letters and numbers that you can use, but for me I've got a C, and we've got a G for you.
Thank you very much. I like that you got Geoff with a G and not Geoff with a J. That's good. It makes me happy.
And then we also need tokens that we're going to put into our reticule. We don't have one of those, so we've got this hat to use instead.
You've got this from the shop about an hour ago, haven't you? Yeah, I can see. Yeah. Come to the NRM to buy hats.
Yes.
Is it a railway hat?
It is a railway hat. It does say.
I thought it was say station master. It says engine driver. Okay.
Upside down. I won't turn it over, or we'll tip all the pieces out.
I get to keep the hat at the end of the day, right? That's like a present for me, no?
Yeah. All right. So I need to show you a couple of other tokens that are going on in here. So we have some numbers. They go up to 9. And each time we draw one of those, we'll move forward that many spaces. Okay. We also have in here an X. And there are in fact 2 X's in here. If you draw an X, you then draw another number and you go backwards by that many spaces.
Whoa.
And also somewhere in here, we actually have a blank.
Like Scrabble.
Well.
Like Scrabble.
And a blank is you skip your turn.
Oh, okay.
So not as generous as a
Scrabble
as
blank.
Scrabble.
Okay.
So we'll pop those back in there.
Okay.
So we will win the game when we get to the final space, which is the space in the centre.
So we work our way around the board clockwise.
Yes.
Outer ring first, then inner ring,
then inner
and
ring.
then the middle square, which is what?
This is Britannia. We have to land specifically on this space. If we draw a number that's too large, you'll go all the way to Britannia and then go back. So we've got to draw exactly the right number at the end.
Okay. So it takes you a few goes to kind of get there. All right, okay.
I've done the maths, it might take a while. We define the winner as who gets to the centre. However, the winner may not be the person that goes home with the best prizes.
Well, hang on. Whoa. There's actual prizes to be won.
Yes, there are. Let's see what we're playing for.
Thanks, Chris. Yes, today's lucky players could be walking away with some spectacular prizes, including some raisins, horrible Victorian cake, fruit, nuts, fruit and nut, fruitier and nuttier. This fine selection of products, available from the National Rail Museum shop and website. And our star prize, the prickly prince of fruit, the mighty pineapple. But who will be walking away with this cornucopia of prizes? Back to you, Chris.
So what do you think, Geoff?
But high stakes stuff. A pineapple. Wow.
Yeah.
An apple. I was hoping for like a generation game cuddly toy, but I'll take some. What was it? Chocolate, nuts.
Yeah.
Some apples.
Yeah, and the nuts and fruit are actually recommended prizes in the game's rules as well.
Okay, that's so bizarre. What, as snacks to take on your next train journey, perhaps? In the
Potentially.
days for trains that don't have a buffet service. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm even more excited now.
let me tell you how you win the prizes first.
Okay.
Each of these tokens has a value assigned to it.
Oh.
And
right.
those tokens, the more you have left at the end, the better the prizes you will get.
Well, hang on. Do I get a chance to win back some of my trains?
We'll find out.
Oh, okay.
So, I'll let you go first. So, would you like to...
Oh, so do I, without
Yeah.
looking, I kind of
yeah,
just...
without looking, just
Okay.
pull one out.
Okay. A 7.
A 7.
I got the 7.
Brilliant. So, take your G
Yes.
and put it on the 7th space.
7. Does something exciting now happen?
Yes.
Okay.
Each time we land on a square, we will read out from this book, the rule book,
Okay.
what happens on each square. Each square is different. But as we're in a museum and we're playing an old board game, on YouTube, there's only one person that can tell us what happens.
Oh, hello. My name is Irving Finkel. We happen to be in the British Museum, and I happen to have this rule book here, and I happen to be in charge of reading it out for those who want to know what it has to say. This is it. Okay, explanation. 7. First class carriage. Pay 6 for your fare.
Pay 6.
Pay 6.
6
So
trains.
6 of your trains now go into the pool.
That's a first class carriage.
Yes.
Wow.
You can tell because it has a roof.
Right, is it your go?
Yes, it is my turn. So
Do I hold the hat
Yeah,
for
you
you?
hold the hat
All
for
right,
me.
All right, go
and
for
I
it.
will reach in and I have, a 9.
A 9?
A 9.
Boo.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9. Goods truck. Pay 2 for toll.
It's a much better start for me there.
You've gone further
I've gone further
and you've been charged less trains.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I just pick?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Is that a 6 or? How do you know if that's a 6 or a 9?
It's got a line at the bottom.
Oh, so it has.
Yeah.
That's the 6.
That's a 6.
So move my
So,
P6
yes,
spaces. Puts me on number 13.
13. Liverpool Terminus. A large establishment is kept here. Go on to number 17.
So this is just like a go forward to 17.
Yeah, so find space 17 and pop yourself there.
17. Birmingham Terminus. Go back to number 10, but do not pay.
Hang on. So I just went forward and then
Yeah.
immediately backwards.
Yes.
Wow, that is very snakes and ladders.
He was definitely having fun writing that one.
So I'm on number 10.
I have. Oh no, it's an X. I'm going backwards.
No.
Let's hope I don't end up.
What did you say happened
Past
with
the
with a
beginning.
double X? If you get 2 X's?
2 X's are not defined in the rules.
Oh.
So
We could make something up.
exactly, yeah. It is a double X.
No,
It is.
No, it looks like we rigged that. That's completely, what? That's by chance. What would you like to do for a double X?
I think we ignore the second X and I still go backwards.
Okay.
I'm not going to double the amount. Goes
No,
backwards.
yeah, I feel like
think
you
we could
should,
be here all night
but that
if
would
we
be
did.
mean. Okay, all right.
Okay. So, I have 7.
Wow, that's
so
quite a...
I'm going back to number 2. There we go.
Almost back to the start.
Almost back to the start.
Number 2.
What do we have from number 2?
Terminus, Euston Square, London. Draw again and add both numbers together that we may know where you're going.
That's another rules ambiguity, because do I go backwards further, or because I'm adding the numbers together?
Oh, you can go forward,
Yeah.
but you add to the 7.
I think we count. I've gone 7 backwards, and now So this is one of my theories about this game, is it probably wasn't play tested that much.
Right.
We're going to encounter some ambiguities in the rules.
I think you draw again, and then you move forward that number.
I get a 2. So we're going forward to number 4.
4, refreshment room. You have sat too long and the train is gone. You must stop here for the next, while all draw once without you.
So that means you're going to now draw twice before I get another turn.
Oh,
that means
you miss
skip
a turn. You miss a turn. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
I draw a number. I get an X.
That is going well.
Wow.
All right.
Okay. I've got the 6 again. All right.
You got the 6.
Back
Okay,
6.
so back 6.
1. I'm not going to join you, am I? 2, 3, 4. I am.
You are.
Same square.
So
Hang on. So, which we know is skip a turn.
yes.
Oh, I'm confused.
So that just means that you're now skipping the next
So
turn.
I'm
that you
skipping
were
my next turn,
Which means that I
and then
skip a
you're
turn.
skipping your turn, and then it's back on me to have a regular turn. Is that right?
No, I think this is how this game gets confusing very quickly. So it is now back to me. Yeah.
After all that.
After all that, so pop those back in.
All right. Okay.
And I get another 2. 2 is my favourite at the moment. So we go 1, 2 to number 6.
6, engine and tender. Receive 2 from the pool.
Ooh, brilliant. So we do get to have
so
some
you've
back
got-
from the pool.
Okay. I've got a 4, and that puts me on number 8.
8, taking in Coke and water. Receive 1 from each player.
Oh, lucky you. You get one of mine.
Oh, so I get a train from you, which I should know, by the way, is it's the Railway Circus edition of Ticket to Ride. There's a little giraffe.
It is a little giraffe poking its head out the top.
How many copies of Ticket to Ride do you own, Chris?
More than I should.
I've got 8. Do you have more than 8?
Actually, no. No, I don't.
Oh, right. Okay. I mean, I'm allowing all the variants and stuff. Okay.
Is it-
All right.
yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah.
That's good. That's good. All right. You're good. You're good.
Okay, all right. It's an 8.
An 8.
An 8. That is 14.
The exchange at Liverpool. So you made a good bargain by being first in the market. Well, take 6 for profit.
Ooh,
Take 6
take 6
from the pool.
from the pool. Yeah, that is generous.
That is generous.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What if the pool runs out of trains? What happens then?
That might get interesting. I should say we started with a pool at the beginning because we thought, oh, we should have some trains in the pool. That's not explicitly in the rules. It's also
I feel like we had a lot of the same numbers. Okay, does that mean I'm about to catch up with you? I'm on square number 16.
16, Manchester terminus. Draw again.
Easy as that.
yeah.
Okay.
Go again.
I'm going to lie and say, oh yeah, I recognise Manchester, but I don't. Okay. I've got a number 1. Oh, well, hang on, I was just here. I was here by being forwarded it, so I'm back on 17. So I feel like I'm about to receive the same instruction.
Number 17, again. Go back to number 10, but do not pay.
Just snakes and ladders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Go for it, Chris.
All right. Oh gosh, it's an X.
It's the X.
It's the X again. Let's hope it's a low number. It's not. It's a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're back on number 7. I think I know what's about to happen.
Number 7, first class carriage, pay 6 for your fare.
I've lost my 6.
So the 6 you gained.
yeah,
have gone.
I've lost them again.
All right. If I get to pick up 6 in a minute, I'm totally picking up your
Oh
6.
yeah, go ahead. I deserve it.
Okay. 2.
2.
Ah, right. Well, this is the one that I saw earlier. Well, I went, it looked like an accident. So I'm fearful that number 12 is going to be a railway accident. What is number 12? Do you know what it is?
Let's find out.
Off the rail! Be thankful that you were not killed, but you must forfeit half your counters to the pool and begin the game again.
That's a nasty one.
That's my most indignant look ever.
Yeah,
That's
that is
half of my round up or round down if it's an odd number. Half of my counters.
Let's round down to be generous.
And start again.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Wow. You said this would take an hour. This is going to take us 3 hours. This is going to take so long to get around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So 1, 2, 3. It's 21.
Derby Terminus. This is the largest station in the kingdom, being the terminus of 4 lines of railway. Draw again and receive 2 from each player.
Oof. Wow.
Wow.
Derby was the largest terminus at one stage.
At one point, yes. It was.
Is it the same location where Derby Station is now, or is it a different Derby Station?
Yes, it was a very different station at that point. It was also known as the Tri-Junction Station because it was where multiple lines met.
Multiple companies or just multiple lines?
So it was the North Midland Railway, the Midland Counties Railway, and the Birmingham and Derby Junction Railway, which all became part of the Midland Railway a few years later.
In the groupings or pre-groupings?
This is pre-groupings.
Okay.
They become the Midland Railway in 1844.
Chris, you're steaming ahead.
Yeah, it could all go horribly wrong.
Steaming ahead.
4.
Go for it.
Yes.
I've been saving that one up.
All right. So that is 25.
25. Brighton Terminus. Draw again.
Draw again.
That's it. You just
That's
get
another draw again.
That's Brighton. That's never Brighton. I was in Brighton yesterday. Okay. That's Brighton. Okay. Wow.
It is a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Snowdrift.
That doesn't look good.
You're in the snowdrift. Is that 34?
Snowed up. In this case, you see it is impossible to proceed. Therefore, get back to 27, and as you do not want the bridge, pay 4 for your expenses until a thaw comes.
Oof. So I'm paying 4.
And back to 27.
And back to 27.
27. Gosport and Portsmouth floating bridge. Pay 1 for your fare.
That's fine.
That's not too bad.
Is the floating railway bridge at Gosport still there?
No. The way it's worded makes it sound like it's a train ferry.
Yeah.
But I did check, and it never was a train ferry. It was just a regular ferry that took you from Gosport to Portsmouth because the first
Get
station...
the train to Portsmouth and then ferry to Gosport.
Other way around, you got the train to Gosport and then ferry to Portsmouth. Gosport opened first.
Gosh, good knowledge.
Yeah, well, I had to check because
Okay,
actually this is the space that defines when I think the game was made because that is the latest thing on the board.
4. Where am I? I'm over
Over
there.
in that corner there.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's somebody sort of flagging down a carriage on number 19.
Train run away with the bride. Alas, poor bridegroom, you better have lost your luggage. Stop while all draw twice and mourn your misfortune.
So I'm the bridegroom that's lost his bride.
Yes.
Okay.
You've let the train go away with your bride, and that is a big penalty.
So that's why I'm not married.
Yeah. So now I have to draw twice before you get to draw again.
That's fine.
So off we go. It could be all X's. We haven't had an X for a while, but it's not. It's a 9.
Oh.
So that is 36.
Atmospheric railway. These carriages are propelled by common air instead of steam, and no danger or accidents can possibly occur. Receive half the contents of the pool towards the expense of carrying the plan into effect.
But that's loads.
That is loads, especially because you donated so much.
But I'm gonna pick your brain. I'm gonna make you work for it. Remind me what is an atmospheric railway exactly? Like, what was the principle of it?
So atmospheric railways did away with a steam locomotive on the train. Instead, there was a pipe between the tracks, and the train was attached to a piston that was sat in the pipe. And somewhere far away, there would be a pumping station that would pump all of the air out of the pipe. And then the atmospheric pressure, hence the name atmospheric railway, would push the piston inside the pipe along, dragging the train with it.
And at one point, this was seen as the future.
Yes.
The potential way that all railways
It was the Hyperloop of its day.
Hyperloop of its day. A Hyperloop of 1842.
Exactly.
Wow. You get to go again, right?
Yes.
Because I'm still
Oh
waiting.
no, I need to do the taking half
taking
of the
the
pool.
half. Oh, wow.
So we might have to stop for a moment whilst we count these all up and dish them out. That's 45 there. We'll round down.
22.
So I've got all of mine back.
Plus, and a whole load more.
And 4 of yours now, so I'm definitely quids in.
All right, and you go again, right?
Yes,
Good.
it's an 8.
An 8. Good number.
So that is 44.
44, Blackwall Terminus. Go on to number 48 and pay as directed there.
On to 48 there, which is the space before the end.
I was going to say, the 49 is the winning square, and I'm still languishing back on like 19.
But it's worth remembering that the only way I can finish
Is
and
on
be
the
the
exact
official
number.
winner of the game is if I draw exactly the number.
So this
If
is
I-
where you spend 6 turns failing to get in, and I whiz round and catch up. Okay.
Potentially, yeah.
Can I make a railway analogy here?
Go on.
It's like when a train arrives at a terminus station,
Yeah.
and then they're sat outside for a while waiting for a platform to become free. That's what it is.
Yes,
you're
yes.
you're
This is-
waiting to go in.
This is very much it.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
You've got to pay your dues here.
Yes.
48, third class carriage, pay 2 for your fare.
Pay 2.
Somehow, I think you can afford that.
I think I can.
My turn. 8. Well, that's okay.
Ah, nice.
All right. Oh, it puts me on the Gosport Ferry, I think. 27.
yes.
Wasn't that pay 2 at number 27? Or pay 1?
Pay 1 for your fare.
I can do that.
Just.
Right. So if you get a 1, have you won the game?
Yeah, if I draw a 1, but there are 12 cards in there, so
right.
it's not good odds. It's an X. I'm going back. This could be painful. It is a 6 this time,
That's not too bad.
which it puts me on 42.
Oh, my hat. Stop here while all draw once. Perhaps the next train may come in, and then I wish you may get it.
Your hat.
Yes. I tell you what, there are lots of stories of people losing their hats whilst they're on the train, but certainly I think there's a story from the early Stockton and Darlington that someone was killed trying to jump out of the train to catch their hat because if you were used to a horse-drawn carriage, the idea of jumping off wasn't that dangerous. But jumping off of a moving train, that's pretty dangerous.
Completely different. Gosh. So what was it? Hat disaster.
Hat disaster.
Which
draw
could-
2 now, essentially.
I get to go
Take
twice.
2 turns, yeah.
Thanks.
An X, oh no.
The 6.
A 6,
Didn't you get that 6 as well?
yes.
Puts me on number 21.
21, Southwestern Terminus. This is at 9 Elms. Pay 1 to each player.
I can afford that.
Yeah.
But I go again.
Yes.
4.
I think that's a good result.
25, Brighton Terminus. Draw again.
7.
7.
All right. Picking up speed. 7. We've not been on 32 before. What's 32?
Bristol Terminus. A remarkably handsome building. Draw again.
So just draw again. This is
Yes.
great. 3 turns on the bounce. I'm catching up.
Yeah, you are. You might be overtaking me in a
8.
moment.
This is great. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where is that? That looks like Harrogate. No, that looks like it's somewhere like Doncaster or Darlington or
York Terminus.
York. There we go.
Yes.
We're in York.
We're in
I
York.
should point that out.
Draw again.
What? That's like 4 on the
Yes.
bounce. This is great. All right. Oh, I got an X.
Oh no.
Just when it was going so well. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an 8. Back 8.
Oh. But did you just draw an 8 to
Didn't I
get to
just
there?
puts me back on?
Yeah.
Bristol.
Bristol.
32, Bristol Terminus. A remarkably handsome building. Draw again.
Wow. I got 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Puts me on number 41. There are some animals on the loose.
Pigs run over. Pay 1 for letting them stray on the line, 1 for the poor fellow you've made into pork, and 2 for that one begun to be converted into sausage meat by taking off his snout.
Well, I don't have any more tokens for the sausage meat penalty, so I'm just on no tokens.
I think you're on no token. I think you're lucky you get away going free, and I finally get another turn.
I know, it's been a while, right?
It's a 2.
It's a 2. All right.
1, 2, which puts me on 44.
Is it a terminus station?
I think it is.
Blackwall Terminus. Go on to number 48 and pay as directed there.
Okay, give me a high number. Hang on, could I just win right now if I
You
got
could,
a 1,
if you
2,
get an 8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So
It will be a hollow victory.
8 for the win.
It's a 7. I think you're coming to join me.
Come to join you. 7. All right. No, I have no token, so I don't. What is it I'm paying for?
Third class carriage. Pay 2 for your fare.
Do you want to pay for me?
That would be very generous.
I've
wouldn't
met
it?
you in the carriage. We become friends.
Yeah.
The ticket inspector's come down, and I'm like, quick, pay for my fare.
Yeah, no, I'll be generous.
I can't believe I talked you into that.
Okay, so one of the alternate ways of playing this is you can play for money. There are specific rules written down to play for money, but it then says that whoever receives the money, the winners of the money, are supposed to pay it to a benevolent cause or charity of the lady of the house's choosing. So we're not playing for money
We're not
today.
playing for money, okay.
But you'd be in a very bad way right now if we were.
One for the win, Chris.
1 for the win.
Well, you can do it. You can do it. Come on.
It's a 1.
Hey!
Number 49. Game. Take all the pool. Distribute the prizes or collect the money for the benevolent purpose agreed upon, but among the prizes, be sure not to forget your own share.
We need to do a count up of our pieces first.
So if you count your pieces,
Yeah.
and I'll count my pieces.
Yes, you do
Hang on a
that,
sec.
I'll
Hang
do
on.
mine.
No, I've got none.
I've got 28.
Well done. What does 28 mean?
I think I've won the pineapple. Woo!
Bravo! Jolly well done.
Right, rematch.
Thank you for watching, and thank you, Geoff. Where can people find you?
Yes, Geoff with the G Marshall on YouTube. I make transport documentaries, films, videos about trains, transport, buses, infrastructure, all that good stuff. And Chris, thanks for having me, but I am going to steal the hat. What does that make me?
You're the brilliant engine driver, Geoff. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
And a big thank you to Irving Finkel, our expert reader. We couldn't have done it without you. And I'd like to dedicate my grand prize to Irving. Thank you very much.
Oh no, I hate grapefruit.